everyone, I'm Kima and welcome to this video where I'll be sharing some tips to looking classy and fabulous during the summer, especially when it's hot and sweaty and icky. So let's do this. First tip is to wear light colored clothing. Science has it that dark clothing, especially black, attracts heat. And I'm not making this up. This is scientifically proven. My high school science teacher would be glad that I remember this, but it does attract heat. You can Google it, you can look it up to see the science behind it. So in the summertime when it's extremely hot, you want to stay away from dark clothing. You want to opt for lighter clothing. Lighter clothing will keep you cool, keep you feeling good, and because you're feeling cooler, you're a lot less sweaty, a lot less icky, and you will look more put together, more polished, more classy in your clothing and your outfits. And speaking about outfits, if you're a sweaty person, like I am a sweaty under armpit person, it is 100% the truth. I sweat under my armpits like a waterfall, especially during the summer. If you're that type of person, go ahead and get you a secret tip. These underarm pads that you can literally paste in the underarm, in the armpits of your clothing. All you have to do is kind of just peel this part off and you're gonna put it inside the armpit of your clothing, fold it there, and then this cotton piece area here will absorb all of your perspiration and it will collect the sweat there, and therefore it won't transfer onto your clothing, keeping you looking, like I said, polished, classy, and fabulous. This is a favorite of mine. You can get these on Amazon. They're quite inexpensive and you get a ton in a pack, and you can just dispose of them once you're done. Just don't flush them. Or if you're wearing something sleeveless but you don't want to sweat and transfer it onto other parts of your clothing, you can try these Sweat Block antiperspirant wipes. I get these again from Amazon and I love these. Now, I don't think these are for everyone, because before I started using these, there were a lot of reviews where some people are like, they got broken out or they had like little rashes and so on when they use it. It's worked fine for me, but this is more for if you're wearing clothing that doesn't have an underarm piece. Like if you're heading out for like an entire day and you just don't want to sweat on your clothes. Sometimes when I wear different colors, if it's not white, any other color that's not white, and I sweat, it will show and it will leak down on my clothing. So this works for me and I hope it will for you too. I recommend that you do a test patch if you're gonna use this, just to make sure that it works with your skin. Tip number 2 is to explore hairstyles that will keep you cool and to still looking chic and classy and fabulous. Now, a quick ponytail is such an easy way to just pull your hair off of your skin, off of your face, but just don't make it just like a regular, casual, regular schmegula ponytail. Remember, we want to still look classy. So you could do like a nice sleek back ponytail, then you could wrap it up into a nice sleek bun. I don't think messy buns or messy ponytails are classy looking, especially if you're in your outfits. If you don't know, this channel focuses on classy fashion for the everyday woman. We're talking about outfits and fashions and things you could do for any everyday woman to make you look polished, elevated, and classic at all times. Now, sleek back ponytail would be nice. Just make sure you don't have too many flyaways or messy hair. Just put a nice sleek back ponytail. You can also do really cute updos. There are lots of options. If you go on Pinterest or even if you go on YouTube, even TikTok, you could just type in easy updo and you will see lots of tutorials just how to pin your hair up. All you probably need is a couple hairpins just to pin your hair up. Or even if you have like those little claw clips, you can sleek it back, claw clip it, and still look classy and timeless. Another hairstyle that you could do is braids. You could do braids, especially us black girls. We love our braids. It could be cornrows, it could be individual braids, it could be fall locks, it could be so many options because our hair do hold braids better than straight finer hair people. So I love my braids. And even though I love braids, I tend to not do them that often, simply because my edges are just so fragile, so I stay away from it. But they're a great option because then you don't have to do your hair for a couple of days. You could just, especially if you're on vacation, you don't want to be bothered with your hair, right? So braids are also really great options to help keep you looking polished and hair removed from your body, which won't have you feeling sweaty and icky. If you're bold, you could do a shortcut for the summer. I know a couple people, some of my friends, that love cutting their hair as it gets to summer because their hair do grow really fast. So they cut their hair often during the summertime so that they have less hair on their shoulders or on their backs so that they're cooler. And so it's a great option to think about if you want to try out a new hairstyle, you want to cut your hair summer. On the onset of summer is a great time to try that out. Also headbands, but not like your running headbands or like your workout headbands. It's just not classy at all. And so you can opt for simple headbands, something as just really plain. That way it can go with different outfits, or you can go all the way to fabulous over the top headbands. I have a wide range of headbands. These are more of like a little bit of the over the top ones. I have some simple ones that are just super plain. This one has a little bit of pearl, and this is a great way to get hair off of you, keep your hair still looking really classy, really fabulous, and giving your entire look some character and still looking great. Another thing you can do is use a twilly or a skinny scarf and just kind of like tie your hair up in the back. You just tie it off of your body, off of your skin, especially if you have long hair, and that will still give it a really polished look. Just put a bow on it and you'll still look so cute and so fabulous and classy during the summer when it's hot and sticky. Next tip is to try to wear as minimal and as limited makeup as possible. When it's hot, when it's sticky, and we are sweating and the weather is just humid and it gets into our skin, we want to make sure that our makeup isn't like melting off. And sometimes even as much as you do like a good setting, it could really melt, especially if you're out all day or if you're traveling and exploring. Your makeup can really just get so discombobulated and will really just take away from your outfit, take away from you looking classy and polished. So you don't want to wear limited makeup as much as possible. If you're not a makeup person, this is great. If you are, there are different options that you can do. If you used to wear a lot of foundation or did a full coverage or so foundation, you can opt for like a tinted cream or a radiance cream, which will still give you nice radiance onto your face, tinted, and give you a little bit of coverage, especially if you have little blemishes. What I like to do is to just tap a little bit of concealer on my blemishes and then go in with like my tinted cream, and then that's it. And then I could just cover with a little bit of light powder, that way it's set, and then I could spray my setting spray and that's it. That's not my typical routine. When it's like cool and cold, I do like a nice, decent, solid, simple face beat. I don't think I'm like a makeup girl. I don't wear a lot of makeup, but even so in the summer I go super minimal. Just foundation powder is also an option. Sometimes during the summertime when it's super hot, I literally just take my foundation powder, I love the Mary Kay one, and just dab it all over my face. It also covers a lot of my little blemishes and imperfections, and that's it. And I might do a little bit of a blush, my lip, mascara, and I'm gone. Speaking about mascara, during the summer months you want to opt for like waterproof mascara, or eyeliners, you want to opt for waterproof eyeliners, because when it is hot and if you get sweaty, it can run. And again, all of this, your hair, your face, it takes away from your clothing and your outfit. They all go together. So working out how you're going to balance looking classy by using these tips this summer is really good to keep you looking how you know you want to look and how you want to feel. Also, another great option is to use like cooling sprays, especially ones with cucumber or mint, spray mist that you can use on your skin to just keep you fresh and keep your skin cool, and that way you can look and feel good throughout the summer. Another tip that will keep you looking classy and fabulous throughout the summer is to stick to certain types of fabrics like linen, cotton, rayon, silk. Those are fabrics that will really keep you cool and keep your clothing looking good on you. Of course, we want to stay away from like thick sweater materials, certain materials that are just too heavy on the body. You want to stay away from those during the summertime and stick to some of the ones that I mentioned before. And some of the places that I love getting like linen and like even like fall silk are like, you know, Banana Republic, Mango, H&M of course has a great linen blend collection, and so does Zara, and those are inexpensive ways that you can buy pieces but still keep you looking classy and elevated with cooler fabrics during the summer. Lastly, have handy little gadgets and tidbits on hand in your handbag, in your car, at your work desk. Things such as like those little miniature cooling fans are so great, especially if you do public transportation and you're on the train and it's hot. You could just whip it out keep yourself looking cool on the way to work, on the way to an event, on the way to dinner, on the way to lunch, wherever you're heading to. Or you can have things like the antiperspirant wipes that I showed you earlier on in the video, and also the sweat pads. Also, you can have like those Tide pens for if you make a little bit of a mess, especially if you're wearing light colored clothing, which we will be doing more in the summer. You have like your Tide pens or your whiteout pens. Like if you drop like a little spot of anything, like I'm wearing a white dress right now. It is a white dress with some color up here. If I drop a little spot of food, I have like my little Tide pen. I could just wipe it out, because walking around with like a spot, unless it's like a big spill that you couldn't avoid, then of course it's gonna be harder to use a Tide pen to wipe it out. But little things like a little drop of coffee, or you're out eating, or you just happen to touch something, you can use that to just wipe it out of your clothing. So those little things are not hard to carry around. You can have those handy for when accidents happen. I would also say walk around with like your healing balms, especially like if you wear shoes that aren't super comfortable. Once you sit down, let's say you went out to eat and you sit down, you could just spray a little bit of healing balm on your feet, or if you don't have the spray version, you could just rub a little bit on your feet. It will really help to alleviate any discomfort while still looking classy and fabulous. Also, don't forget your sunscreen. I like to travel or walk around with the spray ones, because I might have put on a little bit of makeup or so, and I don't want to, like, you know, just be rubbing on sunscreen. Also, your hands might not always be clean, so what I do, I walk around with my little spray sunscreen and I just mist a little bit, which helps, especially if you have lighter skin tone or if you're white and you get burned easily. I mean, black folks do get burned easily too, like I do. I can get burned really easily right here on my cheek, maybe because I have higher cheekbones. But having your sunscreen on hand to just mist over will take away from that, because if you're walking around with like red sunburn spots, that really takes away from you looking like classy and polished and put together. So having those things handy are really good and will help keep you looking polished, classy, and fabulous. And those are some of my tips that you can adjust or try doing this summer if you don't do any of them. If you have any other little tip that works for you during the summertime to keep you looking fabulous and classy, please leave comments down below so that we can all share and learn from them and incorporate them in our daily lives. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and you can check out some of the other videos that are highly recommended by YouTube here next. See you guys in my next video. Thank you for watching.